so good to see you all again. Here with us.
Don't be frightened. Look at this little scarecrow. Why is this crow? He doesn't like humans too much. Now, take a while, sit down, and listen to the tales I have.
The Last Man on Earth. Written by Ryan. Narration by Jack Sanders. It's been pretty quiet since everyone disappeared. I used to get annoyed by everything. I wanted nothing more than to be alone. Now that I'm loving it. Can get lonely sometimes, but still have my dog, and that's all I need. I miss being able to go out and buy food, but growing my own is relaxing simplicity to it. It's reassuring to me to know where my food comes from. I haven't ventured far from my home since it happened, but I know I'm the only person left. I think. I can't be sure, but I stopped seeing planes overhead and my service stopped working, and my cable TV only showed static. Not sure, but I'm pretty positive that I'm all alone, I think. I have to keep a gun with me though, because the animals are very much still here and venture to town sometimes. Lost track of time, but I know it's been a while since everyone disappeared. I still remember when it happened. I saw on the news that a recent lunar landing crew had to be quarantined because they brought some disease back with them. It was the scientific discovery of the century, they called it, because it proved that life existed on the moon at one point. It was all over the news for about a week or so, then the world carried on as it was. Shortly after, there had been reports all over the world of strange people hiding in the woods and tempting people. Reports varied from clowns to aliens, but the only documented footage was a low-quality YouTube video. Most people, myself included, decided it was just a hoax. I also remember reading a news report that said a group of sea-dwelling men had come ashore and started taking people, but I never believed it. I read the article through a link on Facebook after all. The day before it all happened, my girlfriend had left me for my friend. After I caught her cheating, I hid myself in the house and wanted nothing more than to never see anyone again. Cried myself to sleep that night. Woke up the next morning and stayed in bed for most of the day. Noticed there weren't any news reports, no posts on social media. It's like the world just stopped. Didn't bother me though. I didn't need to be seeing any of it. What I needed was some alone time and relaxation. It wasn't until about 2 weeks that I ran out of food. I went to the store, but the whole time I didn't see anybody. It was like the whole town disappeared. I live in a small town, so I didn't think anything of it until I realized the store was empty. All the food was there, but no people. I figured they were short-staffed that day, and there was just a different part of the store than me. Went through the self-checkout to get us home as quickly as possible. On the way home, I noticed several bad car accidents. A few that had gone through buildings, and several piled up on top of each other. But no emergency services or even any sign of people were present. After I got home, I decided to check social media and the news. That's when I discovered my services weren't working anymore. Couldn't connect to the internet either. Ugh. I ventured out and made my way all around town looking for people. Everyone was gone. It was a lone coyote that attacked me though, but managed to scare it off. I'm alone now, I think. Surely someone somewhere would have just tried to make contact with someone in town at this point if it was just here. But it's bliss. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. Usually I just read, but sometimes I watch movies on my 4K player. The power's still on, but it's been flickering more and more, so I try to use it sparingly. It's nice not to have to deal with people anymore. No more stress, no more drama. Just me and my dog. I'm alone now, I think. I sometimes miss talking to other people, but those feelings pass. But there was something that happened the other night. I was sitting by my fire, reading a book, when I heard my doorknob turn. I stopped and grabbed my gun. The door opened, but only a little bit. I called out and waited for a response, but no one talked. I called again, louder this time, but still nothing. The door closed and I ran to check it out. When I opened the door, there was nothing but darkness and the sounds of owls and crickets. I'm the only person that's left now that everyone's disappeared, I think. Maybe I'll venture out of town one day, but for now, I need to find a better lock.